I know you get excited when we have Germack on a gourmet holiday, and this pack up is super special. These are 3 jars, and they're not the little jars. They're not the medium-sized jars. They're the big boy jars of the Cozy Wintertime Fruit and Nut Collection at a featured price of $47.98. $15.99 brings it home on Easy Pay, and 90270. You are getting a jar of the Wintertime Warmth, a jar of the caramel Turtle Pecan Cherry Blend, and 1 jar of the Cashew Cranberry with the Sea Salt Truffles. All in, you're looking at almost 3 pounds of Germack specialty recipe mixes. Sweet, salty, satisfying, crunchy, creamy, all here. In a couple of those jars, by the way, you can't get year round because there's meltables in there. You don't have any choices to make. There's no auto delivery. It's M90270. Let's bring in our good friend Jennifer Kovich to take us through all of these special recipes from Germack. Hello, Jen, how are you?
Hi, Julia. I am great, and thank you so much for having us. We're excited to be able to bring you not 1, but 3 different mixes today. And this one happens to be a customer award winner time and time again. Our customers love this one. And we do have something new here.
Ooh, well, take us through, my friend. I love it when you have all the ingredients laid out like that. It just makes my mouth water.
Right, mine too. Thank you. And I also love that we break it down for you because this is what we're all about, is creating these refined recipes. For instance, for this one with the caramel turtle pecan cherry blend, down here in the front, you'll notice that we have these incredible milk chocolate turtles. They're literally molded into the shape of a turtle, and on the inside of that turtle dome is a silky caramel. It is spectacular. This mix, as I said, is one of a customer favorite because they love the pecans, that they're lightly salted, never overly salted. Those cherries, I want to set this down because I want to show you these Michigan cherries, excuse me. So look at the glisten. They're juicy and plump. Now, as I'm squeezing those, they kind of bounce back because they have so much juice inside. The resilience is exceptional. What I love most about that fact is that when you bite into it, it's not hard. It's not overly dehydrated. It's really juicy. So you get that burst of freshness in your mouth. And then we're giving you peanut butter drops in this, as well as almonds and blanch and batch roasted and salted with both of those. Now, we've been using the same recipe for nearly 100 years of just canola oil and a whisper of salt. It's really important to us that you're not taking a mouthful of salt. We want you to have a mouthful of those incredible fresh ingredients.
Okay, so wait, which one was that?
That is the caramel turtle pecan cherry blend.
Woo!
I know it's
it's a mouthful.
It is so good. Just think, Michigan cherries, pecans, caramel, done.
Michigan cherries, pecan caramel, done. Okay,
Yes,
what's next?
It's so good. Now, this is really exciting. So the Wintertime Warmth is one of our newer mixes. Now, you'll notice with every single jar that I open, there's a freshness seal on each one. So as long as I do not take that seal off, these will stay fresh for a year, which is really important because if you love your chocolate mixes and you know, as you said, we cannot ship during those warmer months, you want to stock up and you don't have to worry about them going bad whatsoever. The Winter Warmth has the most ingredients in it than any other Germack mix. It's exceptional. Starting firstly in the very front, you're going to notice that you get glazed walnuts with this one.
Nice.
Now, those have a perfect ratio of that whole walnut. Look at that. And then the glazing over top. It is exceptional. And then you get those Wisconsin cranberries. They are vibrant, sweet, and tart, all blended in together with that juice. Just makes it exceptional. Dark chocolate chunk, butterscotch drop. Now, those two together, it's just mind-blowing. It is so good. And then those pecans, again, lightly salted, jumbo flame raisins all the way from California. Much like our cherries and much like our cranberries.
Just like
you
me.
are getting nothing. Yes! You are getting so much juice in there. I love it. And then, of course, peanuts to round that one out. But this one has 7 ingredients.
Wow.
All whole ingredients. Nothing chopped, nothing small, nothing fine particle. Just whole, gorgeous ingredients.
Oof. But wait, my friends, there's more. That's
There's
just 2
more.
out of 3. Let's keep the party going. What's next?
I know. And I love that they all have a different flavor profile. So this is that Cashew Cranberry with Sea Salt Turtles. Now, these have those incredible truffles inside, silky caramel with just a little bit of sea salt there to kind of give it that additional essence. But this one is a simpler choice. So it has 4 wonderful ingredients. We're giving you those milk chocolate, sea salt, caramel truffles in the front, creamy, buttery cashews. They are not a hard crunch. They're a nice creamy crunch when you bite into those. Just a little bit of salt, Wisconsin cranberries, and of course those almonds. All of these nuts in each one of these mixes are batch roasted individually. We batch roast in-house. We get all of the ingredients that you see here fresh, bring them right to our door, and we only do that based on the customer's order. So not until I get your order today, then I call Wally in our warehouse. You hear me speak of him all the time.
Wally.
Oh, Wally, he is awesome. He keeps us honest. He keeps us right where we need to be with our timeline of making sure that each nut is roasted individually, because they all have a different temperature and a different time length of roasting, and they just are perfection every single time.
This is what I love about Germack. Yes, the recipes are so thoughtful and individualized to like everyone's taste that it really is like a journey in every single jar. But when you pour out that jar, and these are the big boy jars, 16 and 17 ounces respectively, you don't see shards and bits and pieces. You get real big whole nuts, big whole cherries and dried fruits, big pieces of that silky, delicious, creamy chocolate, whether it's the turtles or whatever it may be. So it's those really large pieces. So you're not going to be cherry picking, you know, little bits, little this, oh, maybe just this. No, you want a handful, because every time you pop in a combo in your mouth, it's going to be a different journey.
Yes, exactly. It's going to be completely different. Sometimes more sweet, sometimes more salty, just depending on the combination of ingredients that you chose. Here's a wonderful example of what we do. We get all of those ingredients. We batch roast in those huge coffee roasters. The gentleman right there in the blue hat and glasses, that is Wally. He makes sure that each jar is packed with love, packed with real, wholesome, fresh ingredients. Those fruits and those nuts are then combined into those jars. A freshness seal is put on every single one, and that will assure that you get that freshness and that flavor locked in for a year. The gentleman holding the label there is Frank Germack. This is now a 3rd generation, nearly a 4th generation, because his children are working at Germack as well, a family-owned and operated business. That is exceptional. And to think, we are 98 years old.
Wow.
What makes us so successful for that 98 years is that we have not changed our ingredients and our recipe. We work with the same farmers that we have for years. We then harvest all those same ingredients. So there's consistency there. And I really think that that means a lot. How many times have you shopped and you fell in love with something, and then you go back to the store and it's not there anymore? And it drives me crazy.
I know.
What you love, you can always get from us with Germack.
Oh, absolutely. And what a cool, great pack up you've given us. Whether you are keeping them all for yourself or you are gifting them out, bringing them, no judgment here, not in my house, or you're gifting them out, or a hostess gift instead of a bottle of wine, or in addition to a bottle of wine. What a great gift to come with this gorgeous recipe from Germack. But charcuterie boards. Germack is the best when you're doing like hors d'oeuvres and hosting and doing like meats and cheeses, because you always got to have some nuts. One of my best friends, Jackie, she texted me the other day and she's like, help, how do I do a charcuterie board? Someone told me to ask you. And I was like, this is what I do. Roll up my sleeves, Jackie. Here we go. This is what you do. But I said one of the most important things is that you have to have some sweet, you have to have some salty, you need to have some crunch. So you always should have some really nice nuts on there. But when you have a Germack, then you get that sweet, you get that salty, you get that crunch, you get that satisfaction. And it's beautiful to look at. There's a color story as well.
Yes, and that's the thing, is it also is about being gourmet and different. How about thinking outside the box? So what I love most about Germack is not only the fresh ingredients that you always know what to expect, but there's also the factor of it's unique. It's unlike anything else. You're not going to find this in your grocery store. So when you are going to the grocery store and you're trying to fill that charcuterie board, you're not just going to pick a run-of-the-mill deli meat. We're going to go and look for those really nice pastrami's and salamis and things that we really love. Why not do that with your nut mix as well? Find something unique, be creative, and have fun with it, because that's when you see those eyebrows raised. And when they see this whole lineup of ingredients, with the cherries from Michigan, with the cranberries all the way from Wisconsin, those glazed walnuts, dark chocolate chunks, the butterscotch drop. It's just a
Oh,
unique combination
having the
that
butterscotch
works,
drops.
right?
Oh,
The
you
silky
have my
caramel
heart.
inside the turtle domes.
Uh-huh.
So good. It's
It's
just so
cruel.
good.
It's so cruel that I can't eat any of it, but that's okay. That is okay. It just truly is gourmet. It truly is a
Yeah.
thoughtful recipe. It's not just, oh, I'll throw this, 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 this. Now, not only is it a
Yeah.
thoughtful recipe, each ingredient, the way it's sourced, the way it's prepared, its integrity is in every single jar. And these are the big daddies when it comes to those jars, 16, 17 ounces. And you're getting all three of them. You don't have
Right.
any choices to make. There's no auto delivery because during those warmer months, as Jen and I were saying, we can't ship them if they have meltables in them, like the chocolate, like the butterscotches. We can't ship that during the warmer months. So grab this
That's
now.
right.
Shelf
That's right.
life of a year, as long as you have that seal on the top. They don't last a year. I'll tell you that much right now. Over 200 have been spoken for in our show. It's a feature price of $47.98, which means you get this home on easy pay. You get 3 easy pays here of $15.99. And just remember, like if you want to use your Q card, you have 5 easy pays as well, just to lighten that load a little bit more. It's M90270, and this is the Cozy Wintertime Fruit and Nut Collection. Now is the time to be cozy because it's cold,
Right?
Jennifer.
It's
so
cold.
cold.
It's so cold. This is ridiculous. It's like it should be snowing. If it's going to be this cold, it has to be cold with purpose, right?
I
Snow
could
at
not
least.
agree more. I am such a West Coaster that I look out the window. It's like, oh, it's so bright and sunny and blue skies. Let's go out for a walk, Huck. And we
Right.
go outside. I was like, oh, God. Even little Hucky's like, no.
It is such a rude awakening.
It
I know we
really
have to
is.
bundle up the animals. They're like all
I
curled
know,
up.
he needs
I
his
don't
own
wanna go
closet with
outside.
all his sweaters and his jackets and his pajamas. He's a little guy. All right, so M90270 is your item number. Grab this now, no auto delivery. $15.99 gets it home on your 3 easy pays. Jen, don't go far because I'm going to see you again in just a little bit.
Yes, thank you so much, Julia.
Actually, this is what Jen is coming back with. It's